from me to you is that we are better than this, and that we don't tolerate any sort of violence of any form, political or otherwise, and that we need to embrace that essence in the way that we conduct ourselves from now until forever. So I thank you very much for reaching out and over to friends and another you just are meeting on the street, and let them know that you feel that this is not acceptable behavior either. This is a critical point in our nation's history where we need to talk to each other. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm really glad that you're here talking to each other. The other thing I would say is that thank you very much for kind of talking about the elections that are upcoming, and this one is really, really important. It's really, really important for lots of reasons. One is, if for whatever reason, and it will not happen, but if for whatever reason President Trump is successful in becoming the next president or another term, we need the House. We need the House to be our backstop, to be the thing that prevents us, as we did in the second half of his term, from accomplishing whatever his agenda or objectives are. And I understand that Project 2025 is up here, or some of the Cliff's Notes for it. And please, if you do talk about Project 2025, I would encourage you to say Trump's Project 2025, because it is in fact him who's behind this, and it is in fact worrisome. I would also encourage you guys to talk about what we are for. Okay? We are for making sure we're protecting the institutions of America. We are for making sure we're protecting the freedoms, reproductive and otherwise, of Americans. We are for making sure that we protect our planet. We are for making sure that we are safe from things like gun violence. We are for making sure that our children get an education and access to all of the information that they need access for. We are for making sure that we protect underserved communities and disenfranchised communities as well. And we are for making sure that our own government doesn't go after citizenry, which I think is something I never thought that I would have to say. So please make sure that you're conducting yourselves with decorum, with civility and decency, with empathy, and also with the facts. And those are the facts. Yeah. The other thing I would ask of you guys is to recognize that the road to the White House and to Senator Casey's success goes right through Chester County. And so if Senator Casey's going to be successful in his re-election efforts, and therefore we have success in racking up the score on the Senate with 1 seat, we need Chester County not just to turn out, but to really turn out. We need to drive out those votes that are here to run up the score for our community. We also need to do the very same thing for President Biden, our nominee. At this point, our nominee. We want to make sure that we're going through every single election vote that we can get, because these votes will matter. If we can get 5,000 to 10,000 extra votes, and the collar counties of Philadelphia and the collar counties of Pittsburgh can do the same, we can put the W in the blue column for the presidency as well. And that is critical, critical, critical. And so those are kind of my message points to all of us. Nancy Pelosi, God love her. She's an amazing, amazing human and fierce to this moment. And one of the things that I've always loved that she has said is, don't agonize, organize. And we are at that place where we need to do that. And I know you guys are those people. You're the people who will organize. You are the people who will get others organized. And you're the people who will have the conversations in places like this, purple places like this, with your neighbors and with your family, to make sure that they understand what the stakes are right now too. Because I worry, and I'm certain you do too, and that's why you're here. And we have the power right here in this part of Chester County to make the difference. So with that, I will say thank you. I will say please do avail yourself of opportunities to volunteer. I will quickly turn over to my campaign manager, Jen, who can give us a little bit of an overview of what's going on the ground, because we are also working aggressively to coordinate with what's going on the ground. And so, Jen, if you wouldn't mind saying a couple of words. And thank you for all of you.
Again, my name is Jen Fenn, and I am Chrissy's campaign manager this cycle. Thank you all so much for being here today. It's a little hot, although now it sounds like it's going to rain, but thank you all so much for coming out and showing the support. Our field operation right now is extremely strong. We are out knocking on doors usually 7 days a week. Weather permitting, we're out. So we would love to see more of you out knocking doors with us. We have already knocked, as of yesterday, we have hit almost 900 doors in Chester County thus far. So we are doing a lot already. Primarily right now, we're speaking to like persuasive targets, making sure that even that includes some Democrats who maybe have malaise right now, and we're not sure, where they stand, and they might need a little nudge to vote our way. So don't let persuasion scare you off, because a big target of those are Dems. So yes, we have been out in Downingtown Borough. We've been out a little bit in West Brandywine, locations that are fairly close to you. And if at any point you would like to just knock doors on your own street, your own neighborhood, please get in touch, because we can make that happen, and you can start, with people that you're comfortable talking with in your own neighborhood. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everyone that came out, and enjoy the food. Thank you.